Is AI going to destroy the indie game industry? I mean, imagine this for a second. Spending 10 years on a game only to discover that Grok, or some other AI, can spit the same game out in a split second. It's kind of a nightmare scenario for all of us. So I really needed to talk to someone who might know about this topic. I can't think of a better person to talk to than Adam Younis. His game, Insignia, looks like the exact opposite of an AI game. And he spent 10 years nurturing and crafting this game. I felt incredibly encouraged at the end of the conversation, so let's go ahead and jump in and see what Adam has to say about AI. And by the way, if you're interested in upgrading as a full-time game dev, this video is sponsored by my own program, Full-Time Game Dev. It's 40% off for the spring sale. If you enroll during the next 5 days, you'll get the massive discount, but also my 2D and 3D art programs. Learn to make games from an actual indie game dev, but also learn to get funding and go full-time indie before you even finish the game. There's only 100 seats available and 5 days left. Join 4,500 students worldwide by clicking the link below. Thanks. I look at your art style and then I look at AI art and I'm like, there's no way. I just think there's no way that AI art or AI can replicate what Adam has created here, because there's just something really, really special about Insignia. I was watching your live stream a couple days ago, and my heart immediately was like back when I was 10, when I was like 10 years old.
Thank you.
And Jason, do you feel that way about Insignia? It's like this classic Zelda vibe.
I mean, not the fangirl too much, but the devs for that are kind of what got me into game dev, like to actually try it. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a very nostalgic feeling. And my point is that I'm just sitting here going, I'm thinking about AI a lot. I mean, I talk about it with every guest. I'm trying to get every guest make predictions so that they can all fall flat. I'm kidding, but like even like Ken Levine was like, "I'll tell you what I think about AI, but just know that I'm probably wrong." So my question to you is, do you think AI will be able to create something like Insignia?
All right. This is like a topic that I've put a lot of thought into. So we could be spending the next half an hour talking about this, but I think that, can I lay out like I'll lay out a thing. So I think
Yes.
like we talk about this idea that like nothing is truly original. And I think that there is originality. I think that exists. And it usually requires like people to go outside the bounds of like creatively what's being explored to make something original and new. And I think AI because of the way that it's generated, it's not really good at that, like making stuff that's like completely off the wall, you've never seen it before, because it's trained, right, on stuff that exists. That said, I think most of what creativity is in like our industry or in most industries is actually finding valuable stuff between the points of what exists right now. So like you take this genre and this genre and you find the midpoint that's valuable or somewhere in the middle. And I think AI is really good for that. I think it's really, really good for taking, the peanut butter and the chocolate and finding the Reese's peanut butter cup or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good metaphor.
And it probably will always be an intelligent person guiding the AI to find that mix or that thing. Like I see on TikTok, I'm kind of like obsessed with these galleries that people put together of like screenshots they've curated of like, they're just images that kind of feel like an impressionist painting, kind of like a Studio Ghibli film, fantasy thing. And it's like, man, I would love to play a game that looked like this. Now, the question of like whether AI is going to like, you push a button and you get the game, I mean, maybe in the far future, but to speak to like what it is that is hard for AI to do, and that I think when we say like AI could never do this, I think it's like there are so many different things that have to come together for a game to be good that are happening on so many different levels that it's not it's kind of naive to think that just the visual style or a soundtrack or something is what makes it feel that way.
Yeah.
Like in the last week, I've spent maybe 12 hours on like one cutscene in the game. It's the most important one. It's like when the player character kind of like discovers the mechanic in the game, basically, like the powers.
So it's at the start of the game?
Yeah. It's kind of like within the first 45 minutes. That cutscene, it's like figuring out, okay, do we linger the camera on the player character at this zoom level here and then pull out to show the big central mechanism? Or do we show the mechanism and then wait while it powers up and then we see the, and it's like, and what do the VFX look like? Is it a beam of light coming up and we put a noise filter on that? And there are so many creative decisions that go into that if you don't have like a continuity of like direction, like it needs to be this way because we've got to do this or that, then it just becomes aimless. It just becomes like kind of mushy. And I think that's what AI tends to be bad at, like just falling into these pitfalls of like, yeah, the vibe is right, but it's not specific enough to mean something.
Yeah. I mean, that's, I think that's why when you look at AI art, subconsciously, like, I don't even know if there's a technical reason why I can point out AI art. I just feel it. It's a smell. It's like that's the best way I could describe it. It just smells rotten. Now, I'm not opposed to AI. I think AI is great in a lot of ways. I use it to code all day. I mean, I'm using Claude, Grok, ChatGPT. There's also this cool thing, I think it's called, I can't mention it actually, it's a sponsor for another video, but
sure.
It's like integrated into Unity, and I'm all about it. I think it's great. But I am struggling. I'm struggling emotionally, I guess. In my heart, I'm struggling with the idea that the more front-facing artistic things about games could potentially be replicated. Like it would pain me to see an AI make something like Insignia. Like let's pretend AI made something just like Insignia, and it has all of the delicious, like the game, by the way, the game feel in your game is so punchy and crunchy and good. And the sounds are just perfect. And there's so much nostalgia baked into it. And it would make me feel so sad if Grok spit out a game like Insignia. Even if it was just as good and it was just as fun and it was awesome and players loved it, I would be sad. I would be sad about it.
Why do you think you would be sad?
I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. That's what it's kind of a question. Would you be sad? Obviously you'd be sad because like it just made your 10-year project in a second. But like, do you know what I mean? It's sad.
Yeah. I think there's like three ways to think about it. The first is like me economically, like financially. Like it would be sad for me because I wouldn't be able to like profit or whatever off of the work that I've done. So that would be sad because it would be devalued. The second concern, which maybe I would be sad, maybe I wouldn't, would be whether it would take away my opportunity to express myself. Like if there's like 100 Insignias out there, but this one is mine and there is an audience who's playing it, that might be enough for me, I think.
Yeah.
Just to be able to express myself creatively and have people respond to it and see, feel something. And then the third would be the market and what it's like to have 100 Insignias just like out there. And that I think I would feel sad because I think mass-produced entertainment media, it does this thing where it takes away our ability to have like collective conversations about things. Yeah. Like if we're all playing our own personalized Insignia, then none of us are playing the one that was made by that one guy. And like it's like watching a TV show. Like we're watching Severance at the moment. And the way that everyone's talking about, the way that everyone's talking about it, it's like special. It's like the thing that Game of Thrones was, or, whenever, whatever indie game, Celeste and Hollow Knight, and Hollow Knight and Dead Cells when the Switch was coming out. having that, like, this is the game we're playing and let's all talk about it, that to me is really special as like a consumer. So like as a player, that would be sad if we were all just playing our own personalized games.
And by the way, if you're interested in upgrading as a full-time game dev, this video is sponsored by my own program, Full-Time Game Dev. It's 40% off for the spring sale. If you enroll during the next 5 days, you'll get the massive discount, but also my 2D and 3D art programs. Learn to make games from an actual indie game dev, but also learn to get funding and go full-time indie before you even finish the game. There's only 100 seats available and 5 days left. Join 4,500 students worldwide by clicking the link below. Thanks.